Understanding the world of trading can be challenging for newcomers. Trading is often viewed as an art, teeming with opportunities for thrilling profits. Yet it's crucial to acknowledge the substantial challenges it entails. Initially, these challenges may seem unconquerable, but there's a way to overcome it. One of the most important things to conquer them is knowledge. Knowledge empowers you with the confidence and calmness essential for every trade. What every trader fundamentally needs is knowledge, confidence, and calmness. Well, this trio of values forms our motto: knowledge, confidence, and calmness. This inspired the creation of our website, keycctrades.com, which we invite you to explore later. Within the dynamic environment of trading, there is one theory that serves as a guide for many traders. It's the smart money concept theory. It's based on this theory that we built our InfoLine and smart money concept indicator. The development process took us a tremendous amount of time, but it was worth it. Trading is not merely about buying and selling. It's a far more complex process, where even the smallest candlesticks tell a significant story. Remember that even minor market movements can have substantial implications. Some say the tails of the candlesticks tell the story, while the bodies present the facts. We believe that each candlestick is crucial and contributes to the structure of the market. It's this structure that smart money concept theory tracks and analyzes. In practice, smart money concept theory is one of the most powerful tools for market analysis and decision-making based on the actions of institutional investors. In short, smart money concept is a price-action strategy that analyzes the market structure and highlights the most important levels for price reaction. Traders precisely need this reaction. The smart money concept theory identifies levels at which traders and investors predominantly enter the market. Yes, you've probably heard of them. They're called order blocks and breaker blocks. Think of order blocks as pivotal areas of demand, meaning buying, and supply, meaning selling, and breaker blocks as support and resistance zones. Each of these levels is important for identifying optimal entry points. Here's how to make it even easier. Order blocks are essentially the areas where significant buying or selling activity has previously occurred, initiating a notable price movement, which is an impulse movement. Consequently, they are the zones where the price reacts once it reaches them again. Now, let's tell you more about the situation with breaker blocks, which is even more interesting. Here's the deal. When the price breaks through an order block, it turns into a breaker block. That's where its name comes from, breaker block. And now, our InfoLine and Smart Money Concept Indicator will automatically show you all order blocks and breaker blocks. Moreover, it will draw them accurately, and the design we've created makes them easy to recognize, even for newbie traders. For visual clarity, we use standard color codes. Red indicates a bearish order block and green signifies a bullish order block. If an order block is broken, it turns into a breaker block, and its color changes accordingly. For example, if a green bullish order block is broken, it turns into a red bearish breaker block, and vice versa, of course. Here's something cool. Order blocks are important levels, but we love breaker blocks. We find breaker blocks to be more indicative, more reliable, and more secure for trading decisions. Of course, no one can predict price movements, but giving special attention to breaker blocks could enhance your trading strategy. And now let's tell you a secret hint. To recognize a breaker block, you need to trace its origin and see how it started as a regular order block, observe its break, and witness its transformation into a breaker block. However, sometimes the start of a breaker block may be far back in time, which means you have to scroll back quite a bit, which is a waste of time. To save you time, we played with the design. See, we've innovated a design that saves you time. Here is how. Order block zones end at the current candle. Breaker block zones end one candle after the current candle. Done. Now you can distinguish order blocks from breaker blocks instantly and without looking back. But that's not all. One of the most widely used strategies when trading with the smart money concept theory is marking an important level on the larger time frame, order block or breaker block, then switching to a smaller time frame and waiting for the level to be reached, followed by the formation of an order block on the smaller time frame for a precise entry with a relatively short stop. We have good news for you. You no longer have to switch between two time frames. The InfoLine and Smart Money Concept Indicator analyzes two time frames simultaneously and draws them on one chart. Imagine you're trading on 1-hour candles. To gauge market sentiment and trend, you definitely need to analyze the daily chart as well. Let's say these are the two time frames you need. We call the 1-hour chart current time frame and the daily chart higher time frame. With these abbreviations, you'll see them in the indicator settings. The current time frame is according to the candles you're currently trading, while the higher time frame, you choose it from the indicator settings. Wondering where the order blocks and breaker blocks on the higher time frame are? Here they are, those vertical zones located after the current candle. They're orange for daily bearish levels. They are blue for daily bullish zones. We use a different design to avoid cluttering the chart, and believe me, this is the right approach. Here's an additional tip. How do you recognize a daily order block from a daily breaker block without switching to the daily chart? We thought about that too. See, just as with the current time frame, we have a displacement of breaker blocks to the right. So we did the same for the higher time frame. Breaker blocks are slightly displaced to the right of order blocks. What's more, in the indicator settings, you can choose exactly how many candles the displacement should be. Stay with us just a bit longer, because that's not all. To enhance convenience and provide additional information, we created the so-called information line, or InfoLine. The InfoLine is the middle of each order block or breaker block and has the same color as the block itself. Two important points. Firstly, when an order block or breaker block on the current time frame align with an order block or breaker block on the higher time frame, then the InfoLine takes the color of the higher time frame. Remember, the higher time frame is always more important. And then here you see that the price is written in brackets followed by the higher time frame, in this case 1 day. Secondly, when the levels on the current time frame and higher time frame coincide, we not only adjust the InfoLine's color, but also add a color to the border of the order blocks and breaker blocks on the current time frame. Of course, the color again comes from the higher time frame, because let's repeat once again, higher time frame is always more important. The most important thing, however, is that thanks to these tools, there's simply no way to miss an important level, neither on the current time frame nor on the higher time frame. Essentially, this system provides an instant, accurately drawn representation of all order blocks and breaker blocks on two time frames, with an option to distinguish them at a glance without cluttering the chart. What do you think? Let's see if it works. Example 1. Example 2. In conclusion, the InfoLine and Smart Money Concept Indicator is a powerful tool for traders and investors who want an easier way to understand market movements, find support and resistance, understand the actions of smart money, and make well-informed trading decisions. And all of this happens quickly and with extensive customization options, making it suitable for both beginners and experienced traders. It analyzes the market and does it quickly. Very quickly. The InfoLine and Smart Money Concept Indicator are not just tools. They're addictive aids in your trading arsenal.